What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our NWPL draft analysis. You guys can hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be thrilling with the King of the Crew. And you guys may have remembered this if you remembered technically my old channel. We actually have done NWPL before. This is the New World Pokemon League. And it's run by my good buddy Obo29, aka Owen. And I'm actually a part again. This is, I think, the second season I've done with him. He's tried redoing the season a lot, and it kind of just dies off for him. But he's officially making this rebrand, so in a sense, it's probably another remake season 1, so anyways with that. But I wanted to be a part of it because, for one, I was still looking for draft leagues to do because some of these were dying out and replacing them with, but nonetheless. But we're here with another draft league, and I am super excited for my team for you guys to see. So first off, if you guys can, hit the like button if you're ready. Subscribe to join the First Shocker Crew today. The King of the Crew. So let me break down the rules here. So the rules are, this is post DLC, which means the new move, I believe the new moves are allowed. However, hidden power, pursuit, and return are banned, and hidden abilities are allowed, including fossils hidden abilities. So I think we all know where I went with this team. And so, yeah, let's just get into the team. So, my very first pick, because I actually got first pick in the draft entirely. And that means I got any and everything I wanted, in a sense. And I'm not gonna lie, even though I had first pick, I got about everything I wanted. And I got probably, arguably, a pretty great team from having the first pick. And I got, only sniped, really kind of once, but mostly one because I wanted a Alolan Muck. Because Alolan Muck is awesome. But instead, we'll get into that. But my first overall pick, I went with the girl Sakura, aka Mega Lopunny. I had to grab this thing. This thing's immune to Intimidate now, Mon's dude. It got access to close combat, it got access to U-turn, it got access to Play Rough. I don't have access to return, but I don't care. There's Fake Out Last Resorts. There's Facade sets. There's Endeavor sets. There is the option of running Strength. Does it get Body Slam? I don't remember if it does. No, it does not get Body Slam. Yeah. So there's access to Strength. There's access to Mega Kick. There's access to High Jump Kick. Again, we can not even need to worry about normal stab in this Monty, because it can just hit like a mad truck. The only reason we would know normal stab is just for the fairy typing, essentially. But other than that, there's no other switches to this Pokemon. It's so good. But with my second pick, and this is where you guys get the idea, I grabbed Marcel, Big Mama, she's back! And you can obviously tell by the ability, you know what we went with here. Yes, I'm going with Sand once again, because I'm just really good with Sand. I'm not going to jinx it and say I'm amazing with it. I'm just going to say, every time I've made playoffs, I've had a Sand team. And I would have won if I didn't mess up my stupid X-Control. But nonetheless, Big Mama, I still think is the premier sand setter, is the best sand setter for a team right there. Super really defensive, gave me my first Stealth Rocker, a good Mon that will reliably recover off Slack Off, and just generally, Hippowdon is very hard to hit. Really hard to hit a lot of times, and it's just a really good Pokemon nonetheless. It does give me a lot. That doesn't really want to check on grass and water types, but I got some Mons that can handle that for me. And with that wheel, I decided, you know we gotta do it. If they're allowing Sandvish, I'm going Sandvish, baby. The return of Mr. Vish from WWC Season 4 is here. But this time with the Sand Rush as my main item of choice of an ability. But we all know what Dracovish does. Dracovish just hits to click a Vicious Red every single week. This thing lets me run pretty much Life Orb and Choice Band every single week. I don't even need to run a scarf. I don't need to do this and that. This Pokemon is just so dang good under sand. It's ridiculous. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, everyone's going to predict your sand and just do this and that. I've got some other ways I'm working out here with my sand here. I've got other ways of working around it. And I know how to build, and I actually built a relatively good team that actually functions both in and out of sand, respectively. But picks went by. I was super sad because it was coming up to me. It was getting around 4 or 5 picks away from me, I think. And I almost got Excadrill. I literally almost got Excadrill. An Excadrill paired with Vish and Dracozolt, which I think I would have been Dracozolt, I think, if that was the case. That would have just been perfect. There would have been no switches to the combination of this team. It's so stupid. But freaking Dan sniped me of it. I was so mad. I wanted that Mom. But instead, I did get, for my next wheel, I did get Dracozolt. Dracozolt has probably become now my favorite, or my second favorite electric type to use in draft league form. And I know you're all thinking, oh my god, he's a phony for a mascot named Jolteon. Hey, listen, Jolteon's great, alright? It's my mascot. I don't get to use it as much because nowadays with Gen 8 competitive and unless power is allowed, it's not really that good. I will admit to that, but it's still a Pokemon that I can use every once in a while. But Zeraora and Dracozolt have become my two most popular electric types I've ever used in Draft League, and it's no surprise with how well I've done. And now with Sandrush sold, there is no switches to this monster, especially with that Bolt Beak. This Mon is super good, super offensive. The underrated special sets are have been very much proven to be deadly sets as well. I just really love Dracozolt. Dracozolt is just one amazing Pokemon, and I'm looking forward to using it again. But to pair with it, I went and got Bell. This gave me a 7 Stealth Rocker. This gave me a really good defensive Steel Psychic type as well. This thing gave me Levitate and Heat Proof for fire and ground resistant. But this probably thing is going to run most likely to Levitate every single week just to handle the ground typing. But I'm not going to go into it, Bell, because we've used it a couple of times. Making his return on my next wheel, I actually got Whimsicott. And Whimsicott gave me one Defogger, because I have no hazard removal at this point. It gave me a Tailwind user, so there explains why I was saying about the whole not needing Sand to do well with Vision Zolt. This thing just gave me a really good Annoying Mon, gave me a good Taunt user, Stun Spore user. Does not get Sleep Powder, which is a bit unfortunate. But Karibo, he is back, and he is ready to help the team out. And to pair with Karibo, I actually picked up Squidward, a.k.a. Tentacruel. Now, why did I grab Squidward, you may ask? Well, I needed a really good specialty defensive Pokemon. I wanted Toxic Spikes on my team. This gives me another form of hazard removal and Rapid Spin. And with that Rapid Spin buff, Tentacruel becomes a bit more of a problem for teams to have to deal with. It's a decent mixed attacker. It's a really good Pokemon just in general. It is not the best defensive Pokemon in the world, but it is a great Pokemon nonetheless. And as you'll see throughout this team, I do have a bit of a glaring ground weakness, but I think I got what I can to do the work. But I'm really excited to use Tentacruel. Never used it before. Looking happy for it. And I cannot believe this, and I'm actually so happy I went on my second to last wheel. I'm so happy I picked this thing up because it was going to get sniped for me if I didn't pick it this turn. Sky, the Lycanroc, midday form. Never used his Pokemon. I've used always Lycanroc Dusk, and I'm using Midnight right now, so I'm going for the trifecta here. And I'm actually using Midday because Sandrush. It's a premier Sandrush mod. I can bring Adamant every single week. I can bring Choice Band every week. I can bring Life Orb every week. This monster is so good in Sand, and I'm just super excited to try it out for the first time. Not going to talk too much about her, but we got Pebbles back. Mandible's lasted round 9. That is crazy. This is such a premier Dark and Flying type Pokemon. Overcoat is a definitely good ability, especially on Sand teams. This Pokemon is just stupidly good, and I'm really excited, because we all saw how creative I was with it last time. On my last wheel, though, I picked up Avalugg. I only grabbed it really for Rapid Spin, and just from defensiveness and take Ice-type hits. That's really about it. But I'm really happy with this. I was hoping to get a Fire-type, and this was my main Fire-type. And I'm actually shocked. Chandelure landed to the 12th round. I got Chandelure, which I think was Steel in round 12, by the way. This thing is such a great fire type. Choice Specs and Choice Scarf. Such premier sets. There's also the Calm Mind subsets. This Mon gave me the Fire Immunity and Flash Fire. This thing gave me a Flame Body Mon as well as an Infiltrator. This Pokemon is just so good, and I'm so excited to try Chandelure out again. It's going to be great. But that's been the draft analysis of NWPL. Hope you guys are excited. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tune in next time. Until next time, guys. I'm